see the scoop on the ongoing trade war between the Aztec Empire and the Incan Federation. The conflict dates back to two distinct outlooks on decolonization. Do we become a strong empire to defend ourselves, or do we integrate as an equal? The former was chosen by the Aztecs, while the latter was chosen by the Incan.
Brothers, the Aztec threat is something we must think of every day.
With only the United States arrived from outside, Eurasia has been in utter chaos.
It will appear as a battle of authoritarian regimes and free countries, but it goes much deeper on that.
Iran struggles to get its weapons through Iraq because of Jalani's takeover.
With the primary issue being the Palestine question, the fighting has not stopped for years. But a few weeks ago, something very interesting happened in St. Petersburg.
My name is Ivan Gatsalovich, and I will lead the new Russian project into creating a greater future for my homeland. The plan is simple in essence, but impeccable. I will push into Siberia, which will force Russia into a balancing act between myself, Siberia, and Ukraine, which they will capitalize off of. When they do, I will step in the middle of the war and take over all of it. Putin's counter tactic is to take military aid from Xi Jinping, which can allow him to keep up with all of us.
As all major conflicts do, the Inca-Aztec conflict set up the world into two camps, which are shown right here.
This is dictators versus Democrats.
People are getting sick of the U.S. empire.
Gatsalovich is attempting to decide the future of a country he has no part in. He was born in Belarus, but he moved to St. Petersburg for this revolution, which is just like Euromaidan.
The new Russian project combines themes of communism, neo-Eurasianism, and Orthodox Christianity.
Ukraine is having more success as they push through Crimea.
Meanwhile, Hamas and Hezbollah are expanding the territory of Palestine against the deals previously laid out.
Yeah, I think the world will be a lot safer if we gave Hamas intercontinental ballistic missiles.
We're the expansionists when we defend ourselves against their terroristic pillaging.
Meanwhile, the age-old conflict between Libya and Chad is restored once more.
Several acres have been exchanged in combat.
Additionally, Iran has had its sights set on Basra since it began its offensive in the region.
It looks like they want to cut off Iraq from the ocean.
Breaking news: Russia has made major strides at suppressing the revolution in St. Petersburg.
The new Russian project, unlike other socialist revolutions, has already begun adopting socialist reforms.
Ukraine is also struggling to maintain Crimea.
Fortunately, Libya and Chad have made some diplomatic agreements.
It seems that things are turning over to the so-called anti-imperialist axis of resistance. We can see that Palestine's expanse is continuing.
Just east, we can see Iran has claimed more land from Iraq.
The anti-imperialist world's biggest fear is losing their own empire.
The Ayatollah is showing no compromise.
This is breaking news. The Aztec Empire has just seized key islands in the Caribbean. We do not know what they're planning.
I ain't letting no Russian colonizers fuck with me up in Cuba, gang.
The Russian Federation has St. Petersburg surrounded. This is monumental. If I'm Putin, I'm taking it, and I would handle Ukraine later. So I guess the question now is, what's Russia going to do when they have back all that land? They're going to want to send oil to Finland.
Listen, the project is still connected to St. Petersburg. They could pull off the defensive.
Faith in myself is merely faith in the people. Faith for them to go in the correct direction for their nation.
Gatsalovich has not left yet. He's still in St. Petersburg.
If Russia gets through, he is dead.
Even in light of these crazy updates in the revolution, everything else seems to be slowing down.
Even with that said, if you look at the Middle East, Iran is still pushing through in liberal Iraq.
I'm surrounded by people who want me and my people dead. Welcome to Planet Earth. People of Netanyahu's kind are used to opponents who are willing to compromise.
The Aztecs have pushed even further through the Caribbean. It seems that they want a strategic angle against the Inca if anything goes wrong.
You're all anti-imperialist, anti-empire, anti-intervention, but now you want me to intervene. It doesn't quite make much sense.
The new Russian project has successfully saved itself from invasion.
I respect Putin, but I prefer to be able to trust my movement, to not be overthrown, so this is necessary.
The project is now generalizing towards Siberia.
Ukraine has successfully crossed over into the Caucasus.
This may mark a re-sparking of the war after that period of peace.
The Aztecs are storming through the Caribbean. They may be about to take Havana, but they have not yet.
They also cannot fully get a hold of Haiti yet.
Personally, I think they're entitled to do this. They've been on the receiving end of it for centuries.
There is a growing conspiracy against me in my government. I must take action. Bashar is lying so he can justify a consolidation of power.
This civil war is costing many lives as it goes on and on.
There is one Russia, and one American empire, and one goal. The conquest of the Caribbean is a direct threat to La Federación. Chad is showing unjustified aggression. Assad purged 30 members of his own government just today. I'll be worried about my terrorists, you worry about yours.
Russian forces are regaining Siberia by pushing west.
The new Russian project has taken refuge south, which means they've taken major cities away from the Russian Federation.
Losing access to the Arctic Sea really compromises their ability to trade with the Inca.
The Inca have actually been able to get more missiles through the Arctic. They've adopted new smuggling techniques.
The way we see it, Putin's support has been insufficient, and this revolution allows us to undermine Ukraine and build a new international frontier. The Inca have been nothing but a burden, and now the Aztec offers something we did not have before. For now, we are only reconsidering our allegiances. Zelensky has now purged half his cabinet since 2022. It was necessary, unlike your tyranny.
Zelensky is pushing north. It's unclear if he's going for the new Russian project or the Russian Federation.
Putin has shifted support to the Aztecs, and now Ukraine does nothing while touching Moscow. All signs show that Putin has become a traitor. This is a horrible day for Russian chauvinism, but a great day for humanity.
The new Russian project has sent out a cargo ship with unprecedented levels of defense on it. It is headed straight towards the Inca.
We have several nuclear weapons aimed at all the great powers. Our demands will be simple and concise, and you shall follow.
Major negotiations are being made around what can be considered an Incan-Aztec missile crisis.
The Incan camp has secured an extremely dominant position.
They've now taken Panama and a part of the Caribbean for themselves.
My national security is at an all-time low. ISIS and Al-Qaeda are acting with impunity in some regions. I am requesting mercenaries from Putin.
Putin has not publicly responded.
Iran has Israel and the Gulf states on the ropes once more.
If you support Iran, you're a traitor, and we need to go in there and do something now.
Things may take a dark turn. Geopolitical analysts are saying that the countries in conflict may realize that if they accelerate their conflicts all at once, that they can neutralize the Inca. There are even signs to suggest that the leaders are planning their offensive now as
Russia was meant to be crushed, not split into two more aggressive Russias. If NATO does not care, I'll put things into my own hands. Miserable and oppressed masses, you have won. If Moscow must fall, it will be my decision, not yours. I am being overthrown by Israelis, Yankees, and traitors.
revolutions are happening all across the Middle East. All of the authoritarian regimes are being overthrown.
A wave of color revolutions are happening.
Inca is trading one of the largest loads of Russian steel in history for some land in the Amazon.
Quite frankly, the conflict is out of control. I need to step in. The liberals were right.
Massive wars are breaking out all throughout Eurasia. The West is dominating the entire continent.
This does not look good. We are in deep shit.
Greater Israel has been achieved. America is inches from Lima.
Ukraine has the northern Mongolian border.
The free world is coming at last.
This terroristic order has no right to this earth and must be struck down by God. God, spare the wicked, for they know not what they do.
A nuclear bomb just dropped on Mexico City, and their government has been deposed. There now only remains the Aztec Republic and a new Maya Republic.
Guatemala is free from the occupation.
The new Russian project and the Russian Federation are sweeping through Ukraine. This is big.
This is very concerning. I don't know what the world is going to do under this authoritarian regime. God forbid they take over.
NATO needs to man up and step in right now. Israel is in serious danger.
The coalition has grown even bigger. It is now called the Pact for a Better World.
This may mark the end of Western civilization.
This will mark a new day.